Okay, today we're going to work on a long lever band distraction for our overall calf, ankle, hamstring mobility, okay? This is going to work several areas all the way up the posterior chain. It's going to be an awesome stretch. So what you need is a resistance band attached to an anchor somewhere. It doesn't have to be down low, but it needs to be at least parallel with the height of your hip. So you're going to have it attached, anchored by a friend or by a squat rack or some other thing that can hold it in place, so you can get some serious kind of tension on that, okay? You may also want a plate or some other kind of elevated surface that's going to allow you to get a little bit of extra stretch, which you'll see here in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into this band. I'm going to get it all the way up to my hip here, right at the very top of my hip, okay? Now the goal here is I'm going to kind of crawl forward. The goal here is I'm going to get some good tension on that band, and the closer my hands are to my feet, the more stretch that I can get. But notice I'm starting bent here. I'm in a bent position. This band is pulling to make sure my hip is tracking well in the socket. I'm going to keep my toes active, pressing down to the floor, and I'm just going to straighten my leg. Then I'll bend again and straighten my leg. Keep both hands down. What you'll notice here is you're going to feel a stretch from your ankle all the way up your calf, your hamstring. You may even feel it in your glute. That's the entire posterior chain. It's totally all connected. Make sure you keep your toes nice and active, pressing into the floor so you're actively stretching in natural position here. So you just kind of bend and straight. You can get 20 to 30 pumps here. Okay, if you want a little bit more stretch, then just walk the hands a little bit closer. You get a nice big stretch here. Okay, if you need to back off a little bit, just walk your hands out. You can find which position is giving you the most feedback. You might work on your ankle mobility a little bit more. If your hands are further out, you work on your hamstring mobility a little bit more if your hands are further in. Okay? If you want to work on the ankle mobility a little bit extra, which I strongly recommend for all of us here, you're going to take that elevated surface. So a little bumper plate is perfect for this. Now what I'm going to do with that elevated surface, I'm going to put just the ball of my foot on that. And now when I do that pumping action, I'm going to keep that big toe, all my toes pressing down. And I'm going to see if I can reach my heel down to the floor. This gets a huge stretch into the hamstring, but you also feel it into the ankle and the calf significantly more with this elevated surface. Just getting 20 to 30 repetitions here. Just bend and straight. Just touch that end range and then come out. Touch that end range and then come out. Okay? You don't have to hang out there very long. If you want to hold this stretch, you can, but I don't recommend holding it for very long. You just want to have just a little bit of a touch at end range and come out. Just 20, 30 reps, and then switch to the other side. That is our long lever band distraction, posterior chain mobility.